Our prayers have been answered because your Buffalo Sabres did not score 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. They scored 8 goals. Yes, you heard me right. The Buffalo Sabres scored 8 goals tonight against the Ottawa Senators to beat them 8-4. Folks, welcome back to Gatesey's Win More, Lots More, presented by Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel. And I just can't believe this. I am just so unbelievably happy. After the first 3 games where the Buffalo Sabres combined for 2 goals in 3 games, we got a scoring outburst of 8. They took that switch, turned it on, and it was just so happy. The crowd was into it tonight. It was awesome. And this was the first time, I mean, obviously all season, that I was just happy to watch the Sabres. And I'm going to be laying in my deathbed, thinking back to this moment with you, with all of us, where we got to see the Buffalo Sabres score 8 goals tonight against the Ottawa Senators. My brain is everywhere because I can't believe this is real. I keep pinching myself. Am I living life? After the first 3 games, the Buffalo Sabres go 0 for 11 on the power play. They went not 1 for 1, not 2 for 2, 3 for 3 tonight. Their power play. The Buffalo Sabres power play went 3 for 3. It's the reason they won tonight. Their penalty kill went 4 for 5 and scored a shorthanded goal. The issue for the Sabres the first 3 games, 2 big reasons. One, their special team was dog shit. 0 for 11, obviously. First 3 games, 3 for 3 tonight. That's the difference maker. The PK tonight was awesome as well. Yes, they gave up the 1, but they had some huge stops for the blue and gold. In the second period, the Sabres were it looked like they were dead. Under the first period, they were taking penalties. They were everything was going against them. The crowd was getting pissed off. It was very emotional. We've seen Sabres teams in the past kind of fold under that. They get angry, it just kind of falls apart. But their PK held strong for the Sabres. They were able to survive. They got a shorty, and the floodgates open offensively from there. And that was great. And the reason they were able to survive, because they had fire tonight. They actually had some energy. It was incredible to watch, probably because you have this beautiful man, Zach Benson, back in the lineup. He was so great. And a lot of people dog on Benson just as like a player. You see his stats. It's not, otherworldly, but he is such a difference maker away from the puck. He creates turnovers in the neutral zone. He's great on the forecheck, creating turnovers there, and he was rewarded with 3 assists tonight. Very happy to have him back in the lineup, and I think he's going to be a big reason the Sabres can hopefully build off this, build some momentum. Because, hey, they're 1-3 right now. You win a couple more, you're back to 500 here and there. But if I would have told you before, this game started that, first off, the Sabres would have scored 8 goals, you would have called me a liar. And I would have said, true. But the fact that the Sabres did that without getting a single goal from Tage Thompson or Rasmus Dahlin is incredible. The Sabres had 3 2-goal scorers tonight. Jack Quinn, Jason Zucker, and Ryan McLeod. Yeah. Those 3 were your 2-goal scorers tonight for the Sabres. I can't imagine if you had that parlayed together how quickly you'd be able to retire. But the Sabres needed that. You can't rely on Tage Thompson to score your goals every single night. They needed scoring from the middle 6, and they got it. So happy to see Jack Quinn kind of get a little resurgence this game. Again, we've talked about it all offseason. We talked about these first 3 games. The Sabres are going to have any sort of success this year. They need Jack Quinn to take that step. Him getting 2 goals tonight was massive. Ryan McLeod, he got that shorthanded goal. He was good tonight for the Sabres as well, up the middle. And the Sabres, they scored 8 goals tonight, which is great. I'm never going to dog that. We're going to enjoy every single moment we can of this night. Because how often can we do that, honestly? But this isn't like they didn't deserve to score 8 goals. Yes, they played well. They did little things right for the first time. Ottawa's goalie couldn't, get that save that they really needed. But the Sabres' offense tonight was so different than what we've seen in previous nights where it's just an outside shot to the chest. They were finding, net front guys. They were creating layers in their zones. They were just moving the puck in ways we haven't seen all season. And that's why I'm excited. It's not they just had a couple tips and went in, and Alex Lyons stood on his head, and they won a game 2-1. They won 8-4, and that's something to be happy about. Something I wasn't happy about? Sabres going to the third period up 5-2. All they have to do is not sit back on their heels, hang out, and just coast to a victory, because they basically try to do that. 40 seconds in, Ottawa scores. 2 minutes and 15 seconds in, Ottawa scores again. Sabres are only up 1 goal a little over 2 minutes into the third period. I thought, well, that smile that was on my face, that was fun to have. But they called a timeout. They regrouped the troops. And instead of the team crumbling, like we saw last year against Colorado, I feel like we've seen every single year, every time they have a lead, they hunkered down and they put their foot back on the gas. And they scored a goal right after. Like, that's what this team has always kind of lacked, is a timely goal. And it felt like they got that every time. Whether it was the shorty after, another unfortunate penalty for the Sabres, where, a goal happens, they challenge, now they're shorthanded again. The Sabres were able to get their timely goals tonight. They were able to survive. They survived, and they got a win. We'll be happy about that. A couple things to be happy about, too. Some quick, player things as we cruise through here. Peyton Krebs was awesome tonight. I thought one of his best games as a Sabre. Yes, he had one assist with a beautiful play to Quinlan. Also, that's awesome. Cute. Great. But he was so good away from the puck. Another guy who just, when he has that fire and he's moving at a different level, he is such an important player for the Sabres. And that was the reason they were able to survive so long, able to create some secondary scoring, was because of how he played tonight. Owen Power, mean. He was angry tonight. He played different. Something people have been craving to see. An Owen Power that has an edge to his game. If he keeps that up, the sky's the limit for him. He can keep that there. This team is going to be very good. Excited to see how he builds off that. But he was, defending himself. He was just doing awesome. Josh Stone, love him. Everyone that's, all the diehard Gatesy, Winmore, lots more fans at home would know. He's been a guy that I thought would be the next, difference maker for this team. And he has been tonight. He does the little things right, I feel like, night in, night out, and he got rewarded with 3 assists. He's just so good. Huge for the Sabres middle six. They want to get some secondary scoring late tonight. He's going to be a big part of that. Yuri Kulik, he was demoted to the 4th line tonight. After being the 1st line center, he was the 5th line center in practice yesterday. Thought he could be scratched. He was back, and he had a goal. He had an empty netter. He was good. I didn't think he was, otherworldly, but he did what he had to, and I was happy to see that. Alex Line was also good for the Sabres tonight. It was a high-scoring game, so it's just one of those games, but he stopped 33 of 37. Sabres got outshot again tonight, but I don't really care. I'm going to be happy about a win, and they're able to score. Alex Line made saves when he had to. There's a couple that were whatever, but he has his first win as a member of the Blue and Gold. I'm going to be very happy about that. Dylan Cousins, in his return to Buffalo, had 1 assist and was a -3. Also, I just want, fuck the national, sports media. They were just ragging on the Sabres. Obviously, they're an easy target this first couple games. But the levels that national media were going after the Sabres and their organization, the first 3 games were bad. I was saying shit. But I'm not, national talking heads just punching so far down just a couple games into the season. Look at them. 8 goals tonight against the Senators. And yeah, I just want to enjoy tonight. So let's get our party hats on because the Sabres won. We should be happy. We can finally enjoy a Sabres win after it feels like the longest, first 3 games of a season ever. The Sabres have done it. Their power play was finally clicking. Special teams was obviously there. Their fire was there. And now the question is, what do they do off of it? They've kind of just been having questions throughout the whole season. You have this bad start, how do you respond? They scored 8 goals tonight. Even through in this game, you're through 2 periods. Are you going to continue this momentum? They didn't. Back was against the wall, only up 1. They found a way to get their fire back, to take the lead, to take the game. And now, maybe they can string a couple together. We can only hope. But folks, let me know your thoughts on tonight, on this season. What is next for the Buffalo Sabres? Can they build off this? Is it just, a flash in the pan? Let me know in the comments. Please follow, subscribe, whatever you're watching this on, do it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, tweet me at Gatesy35. Until then, folks, let's go Sabres!